Hi everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you find this video, make sure you give me a Fonzie. Subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell. Let me know in the comment section how this general reading resonates with you. I got distracted. So you could be feeling distracted. And if you know somebody who this video will resonate with, go right ahead and share it. Alright. This video is for the star sign of Sagittarius. It is also for the full moon in Libra that we got coming. Alright. So the full moon in Libra occurs on Wednesday, April 1st or April 2nd, depending on where you're at in the world. It is traditionally known as the pink moon. And this pink, it got its name as the pink moon. It derives from the wild ground phlox, Phlox. It's one of the first flowers to bloom in early spring. It symbolizes renewal, rebirth, and the opening of the heart. So this is the first lunation that marks the full moon of the astrological year following the spring equinox. As Libra is a sign of partnerships, the moon spotlights your closest connections. It acts as a turning point for commitments, encouraging you to find balance between individual needs and those of your partner. The energy is geared towards resolving conflicts, practicing forgiveness, and restoring peace in both personal and professional spheres. The moon in Libra will be at 12 degrees, opposing both Saturn and Neptune that will be in Aries. This configuration creates tension between the desire for deep connection and the need for clear boundaries to protect your energy. Libra is ruled by Venus, and so is Taurus. And Venus will be moving into Taurus and square Pluto during this time. This adds a layer of intensity, potentially exposing power imbalances or deep-seated fears within relationships. This full moon is an ideal window to release outdated relationship patterns or emotional burdens that no longer serve you. While primarily an emotional and spiritual event, some studies suggest full moons can lead to slightly less deep sleep or delays in entering REM sleep. So that's a little bit about the full moon and the energy around it. So Sagittarius, for the Sagittarius collective, what's the moon's energy look like for the Sagittarius collective? Please and thank you. Can I have one card, please, for the Sagittarius collective? One card, please. Please and thank you. One card. Alright, so we have confidence is your key to success, Sagittarius, new moon in Leo. So the key lies in your solar plexus chakra, Sagittarius. And the key is to have confidence and courage to understand that your new beginning is here. Alright, and they want you to understand that the work that you have put in healing, keeping your energy protected, is actually paying off. They understand that you've been on the journey for a while. That's confirmation. They understand that you've been on the journey for a while and that you really feel like you don't have no strength or a leg to stand on. But they're telling you you're stronger than what you think you are. And the key lies in that solar plexus, that understanding that you have that power, you have that strength, You have that courage and you have that confidence. Okay. So you could have Capricorn in the 5th house. You could have Leo in the 10th house. All right. Capricorn rules the Devil card. The Devil card talks about addictions. It talks about things that keep us chained and bound. But I feel like whoever I'm talking to, for my high vibe and Sages, I feel like you're breaking them chains. Why? Because you've did the work. You've walked the journey. So the new moon that is coming, April 17th, 18th, that is in Aries, where very well may be where you're going to be thrown in a spotlight. The light is going to be shown on you. You're going to achieve something. 369 can be significant. Sagittarius. What's the energy that Sagittarius is carrying? We see the moon's energy. So I feel like you're reflecting back, right? And you know what? Leo rules the heart space. So the key to successfully balancing out relationships is putting the work in. Putting the work in by breaking free of chains that have kept you bound to lack, limits, breaking them chains of feeling limited, breaking them chains of lack, breaking them chains of the fear mentality. That's the key. All right, Sagittarius, what's your energy? Yep, there's a plan in order. So I feel like you have a plan. Yep, what's your plan to break free of these financial constraints? That's your plan. Break free of the financial constraints of feeling lack, feeling limited. Taking off them rose-colored glasses when it comes to love. And opening yourself up to your spiritual journey. Learning to trust your intuition. Learning to trust your inner strength. This is beautiful. For some of you, love and money. Because Venus is going into Taurus. Venus will be in Taurus. Taurus rules your finances. It rules your money, your possessions. And when Venus rolls into Taurus, like I feel like your hard work, your plans, your goals are going to be successful. But the key is to be impatient. The key is realizing your strength. So what does Sagittarius need to let go of? What does Sagittarians need to let go of? This is beautiful. I'm feeling such a positive energy for you, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to let go of? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Give me one card. What does Sagittarius need to let go of? You need to just learn to let go and trust the divine plan. Surrender negative thinking. What did I say about that limited mindset? Lack, limited. Because your mindset, that negative mindset of feeling powerless, feeling that lack, is what's got a stronghold on your money. Obsessive thinking. I'm telling you. Low self-esteem. I'm telling you. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So you need to be more in the flow. They know you've been putting the work in. They know that you feel like you don't have a leg to stand on, or that the journey, you've walked so long on your journey that you feel like you just don't have nothing left to walk forward with. They understand that. The divine does. Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, to stay centered and hear someone out, that offer a clear, non-defensive response. So it talks about surrendering to listening, right? Listening, hearing somebody out instead of fighting to prove you're right when it comes to relationships. So it's about letting go of the drama, because Leo represents drama. It means letting go of always needing to be right, letting go of being immature and childish, and learning to trust something, learning to trust that there's a divine plan in order, but always being in the flow, right? That negative, obsessive thought process, right? Always being on the defense because you have low self-esteem, right? So you're being asked to open up your imagination, because there is definitely a portal opening. So the full moon is mirroring back to you how you create your reality. So you're being asked to surrender to non-action by hearing somebody out. And then face that fear of intimacy, of being defensive when it comes to, I don't want to hear it, right? Because intimacy doesn't always mean sex. It just means to being vulnerable, being able to open yourself up and be intimate, right? So you need to identify what you need to release, the patterns that you keep repeating that could be blocking your heart space with the Leo energy. This will help you to stand successfully in this energy of being able to be vulnerable, being able to identify with what you're feeling, but in a non-defensive way, if that makes sense. All right. All right, for Sagittarius, your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn for Sagittarius. Yep. So you really need to just trust the journey. By what? Maybe stepping into the unknown. The High Priestess represents Piscean energy. We just had the new moon in Pisces on March 19th. So the High Priestess represents, for one, love affairs, a mistress, right? Because Leo could represent love affairs, mistress. So an ending of a tough cycle of being in love affairs, having a mistress. That's like Capricorn energy, that devilish energy. This also could be talking about putting that work in of putting the work in healing that victim mentality, which cause you to be defensive. Trust the divine plan. There also could be somebody out there who has a plan. strategy. 8 of Wands. There's definitely communication coming in. Things are speeding up. 28. 10. So April 10th could be significant. April 28th could be significant. April 21st could be significant. 2/11 could be significant. There could be communication coming in on April 21st that is going to break you free of this constraint on a financial level, where you're not going to be scraping to make ends meet or feeling lack of abundance. 11/11 could be significant. Definitely communication coming through. Right now, it may feel like a mystery, like a bit of a mystery as to when the time is going to happen. April 13th could be significant. So it's about being in that balance between your masculine and feminine energy, because I'm seeing the fire on this card. I just heard the old structure is crumbling. All right, so surrender to what is and surrender defensiveness for, okay. And you know what? They're showing me this apple. The apple means temptation. Temptation is the devil card. 4 of hazards. So instead of blocking off, closing your ears up to what somebody else has to say, listen to what they have to say. Then offer a non-defensive response. So it's letting go of control. Right? Loosen the grip. See, there's 3 people in the background. I feel like there's definitely some people watching you. Maybe you don't realize it. Two, 4, 24th could be, 24 could be significant. 4/28 is very significant here. April 28th. We have the Knight of Swords and the 6 of Cups. So the Knight of Swords in reverse talks about that need to be right. Somebody's always on the defense. I'm always right, you're always wrong, right? Trying to prove a point. And we have the 6 of Cups, which talks about being very nostalgic, right? This is the way the story goes. No, this is the way the story goes. No, this is the way the story goes, right? I don't want to hear your side of the story because I'm right, you're wrong. I don't want to hear it, right? The Moon card. The illusion is broken. So it's like the Knight of Cups is going to be a reason to celebrate something, because you're completing a karmic cycle of breaking out of this illusion of, look, there's a key being offered. So pay attention to your dreams. The key to success. The answers are in your dreams. You're having premonition dreams, right? That you are getting a wish granted that is going to free you. So they're telling you to stop obsessing about situations. You will see more clearly that your obsessive thinking is what was literally creating the illusion. What did I say about that? How you create your reality. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what I did with it. So you are getting a wish granted. You're seeing in your dreams that key. right? You're seeing it. The Four of Cups. Four of Cups talks about being lifted up out of that apathy, of feeling abandoned and rejected. Because it's just that feeling in prison, that obsessive thinking that is making you feel that way, right? That's the intention that you're setting. That's the action that you're putting into your reality, right? That is blocking your fortune, your money. The inner conflict, that inner battle is going to subside because the illusion is broken. You're seeing something from a different perspective. We have the King and the Queen. So it could have been a couple who was manipulating the situation. Could be your parents as well. If you have them, it could be your past loved ones who are showing up in your dreams. Because the wands to me represent spirit. Telling you, listen, child, I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Hear me out. Just listen for a minute. Hear me out. Because I'm trying to tell you that there is a divine plan in play. You may not know what this plan is, but there is one in play. Give me some more messages for Sagittarius. Yeah, inner alchemy. So you're alchemizing something. Your inner alchemy is to achieve when you react to fear with love. So you're alchemizing that fear and turning it into love. And learning to trust the divine plan. And that's the key, right? Can I have one more card, please, and thank you for Sagittarius? Release. Release anything that keeps you from the path of authenticity, and that's what you're doing. Vibration, and that's going to help you raise the vibration. Your vibration and the vibration of the world, because you are connected to the divine. And your impatientness is which literally blocking your abundance. You're here to serve humanity. All right, let's get a Light Keeper's card real quick for Sagittarius. Light Keeper's card for Sagittarius. Yep, you're ascending. I'm telling you. You are ascending. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Exactly. So, for those of you who have been on a journey, like I said, you feel like you don't have a leg to stand on. Like you just have no more legs to walk. Your light is here. The light at the end of the tunnel is here. So, Spirit is literally lifting you up and carrying you. Open communication. I'm telling you, something's coming. Some sort of communication. Get the weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So somebody may be trying to shut you up because they don't want to hear what you have to say. Somebody could be doing something to trigger you as well. Maybe what you got to say is triggering somebody because it's like, it's this energy, I'm right, you're wrong. Right? So respond in a non-defensive way. Respond with love. All right. Thank you for watching.